Good morning. What are you ladies talking about? Wow. I know. Good morning, everybody. It's Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Priya was just chasing my cart. I was actually on my way to Jinx. That's where I was going to start. And then these girls were chasing and chatting with each other, so I got stopped. There's Jasmine on the other side there. Good morning, everybody. All right, Priya, we're going to go. So there was just a torrential downpour, and we've got more coming on the way. So I decided to try to sneak out in between the bands of rain. Oh, I gotta go. There's another golf cart coming. All right, and there's Jazzy. All right, so I was gonna go over and see Jinx. Trying to get out to him before breakfast comes. There's Miss Chaos. She's really come out of her shell in this new enclosure. Hi, lady. Miss Chaos. You really like that platform, don't ya? You hear all the frogs? Chaos hears all the frogs. Thank you so much, Judy, for making the Call of the Wild. Try to make that a weekly occurrence if you can. Go to bigcatact.com and make the Call of the Wild for these cats. We're trying to end the trade. Don't want cats living their whole lives in cages. Oh yeah, so it's still kind of rainy. All the water coming out of the trees. There's yesterday's birthday girl, Armani. So this will be a shorter live because it is still pretty rainy and dreary. I just tried to sneak out before the next torrential comes. And we will see. So far nobody has told me that Cyrus has paid any attention to Priya, so I'm not sure. Here's Miss Sundari. Oh, getting huge raindrops. Hi, Sunbun. Sundari leopard. Yeah, we're gonna go see your handsome neighbor. I've been getting a lot of requests for Jinx, even though I do try to show him at least once a week. But I got a message from somebody last night named April that is a regular supporter and live watcher. And she really wanted to see Jinx for her birthday. So it was, yeah, we're gonna make that happen, huh? Here he is, creeping around. Hi, Jinxie. Flat cat. Did you see him disappear into the grass? Where'd that flat cat go? Where did that flat cat go? You hiding? You're hiding. See, tell that rain to go away. Tell the rain to go away. This is Jinx. Jinx is a black leopard. You can hear the farm animals on the farm next door. What was that crazy noise? Yep, so happy birthday, April. And he's just mowing his grass. I believe I showed the cubs last week as well. We only saw Artemis and Aries. You guys have to keep in mind that there's almost 60 cats and I can't show you everybody all the time. So from week to week I change it up. I don't like to show the same cats every day in a row. Oh my. You're so silly. Oh yeah, that's not pleasant. Your farm animal neighbors are making crazy noises today. I sort of wonder if it's like an intimidation thing, or he just likes doing this. I think I've heard a few other keepers mention that he does this to them too. I know my husband Mark gets to see him do really ridiculous things too. So no, I think there's bulls and cows that live next door. Are you smiling? He's hard to focus on, being black like that, and it always wants to focus on the cage wire. Plus his enclosure is kind of rounded, so it doesn't make it easy to make a good angle. Thank you, Sonia, for your donation. Now where are we going? I haven't seen a flop yet this morning. He does like to flop. Yep, so welcome everybody. I just tried to get out here before the next batch of rain comes through. We kind of did a little drive-by as I was getting over to Jinx, so we did see Priya, a little glimpse at Jasmine, and we saw Chaos. I think I'm gonna walk back over to Sundari while we're over here. And Jinx just mowing his lawn. Jinx is in the very back half of our sanctuary, and on the other side of the fence is neighbors with farms. Oh my. We gonna get a flop out of you? No, Suzanne, we actually don't have an alligator issue here. Our lake is man-made and self-contained within our property. And then we have a very tall, thick concrete wall all the way around property. So that was a weird combination of Armani and Manny, I believe, doing their calls. Who was that? Who was that, lady? Miss Sundari. You'll probably do a flop, won't ya? Sorry guys, due to the weather, I'm not really gonna be taking requests today. Gonna probably stay back in this little area. You're gonna do your flop, yeah. You can always count on Sunbun. I can always count on Sunbun. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. Oh my goodness. Let's get a better shot of that floppy belly. Let's look at that floppy belly. Oh my. This is what Afton calls sunny side up. Sunny side up. Oh, so sweet. We never really get to spend a lot of time with Sundari. She's awfully gorgeous. Awfully gorgeous girl. Keep hearing rain. Can't tell if it's just coming out of the trees or if it's really starting. You guys can watch a lot of our cats 24/7 if you go to bigcatcams.com. Check out our Explore cameras, and we've got a few Nest cameras around property. Alice and I agree, they're gorgeous, but it does not make me want to have one. Thank you, Evelyn, for your donation. Something that I learned through Big Cat especially, but had my reservations about zoos and other places prior to getting involved here, but they are wild animals. It'd be disrespectful to touch them. They wouldn't allow you to do that in the wild, so trapping them in your home or in a cage, making them a pet when they should be wild and free, is not what we believe, huh, lady? She is a powerful cat. Leopards are extremely good hunters, and they can carry something 3 times their weight up into a tree. So they could definitely harm you. I know. And a lot of people see them rub like that on the side of the enclosures and think that that's them wanting you to touch them. That's also inaccurate. They have scent glands all over their body, but especially their feet and face and neck. And they rub against things to mark territory. They also urinate and scratch on things to mark their territory. It's a big reason why they don't make good pets. We're gonna go potty. We always go potty on film, don't we? Don't we, lady? We always have to go potty when we get off the platform. So if you guys are new to us, this is Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. This is our Monty. She is in her early 20s. So you can see she's starting to show her age when she walks a bit. In the wild, they'd live maybe 10, 12 years if they were lucky. She gets great nutrition and vet care, so that enables her to live a bit longer. Yep, she's our senior girl. Where are you going? Go scratch your tree? Nope, she's walking me to her lockout. Lockout in the morning is a very fun place for the cats because that's where the food comes. So this big box you see extended with the door down. We do that first thing in the morning, and then the next set of people that the cats see are the feeders. So they'll be out shortly. All right, Flat Cat went back on his platform over there. Ginger's out in funcation. There's just some menacing clouds coming over. So that's funcation there. Let's go see if Ginger's visible. Some more raindrops. Here's Devin. Devin's the coordinator today. Right. Back on the cart, at least if it's going to sprinkle, I've got something over on top of my camera. Let's see who we can see next. Let's see. Ginger. No Ginger. Hi! You waiting on breakfast? Yeah. This is Aries. You waiting on breakfast? You can see his lockout doors down, and he is waiting by it because he is excited. We feed every day here between 8 and 9 a.m. So it's definitely when the cats are most active. That's Hutch that you hear. I know. I try not to actually be around the cubs too much first thing in the morning because they get pretty rowdy when it comes to food. So we do separate the 3 of them. But Aries will literally rip a door off its hinges at you. So I don't linger until they've had food. Looks like Orion back there. So Artemis, Orion, and Aries were brought to us because a hunter shot and killed their mother when they were babies. And the state they're from didn't have a rehab and release program. Hi. Hi, pretty. Hi, pretty. We call them the cubs. That creates a lot of confusion for people. We do not do any breeding here. We don't believe in breeding for life in prison because if they're born in a cage and raised by people, they can never be set free. but they are 13 years old. Oh, I saw somebody said Debbie asked a good question, but I missed the question. If somebody wants to re-ask. I know. Hi. I see Kricket next door. Yeah, everybody was hunkered down during that last torrential downpour, and now that it's not raining, they are all out and ready for breakfast. That's Hutch behind me. What are you talking about? What's Hutch talking about? I've shown Hutch a lot recently. I can't show favoritism. I gotta spread the love. Can you guys spot Sheena? Sheena's a Serval. They have such amazing camouflage. I was hoping Kricket would come back up front. Here she comes. Hi, Crix! Miss Crix! Hi, lady. This is Kricket Serval. Kricket has a bit of a limp as well and an oddly curled tail. She was raised by an owner that was vegan and thought that her cats should be vegan as well. But big cats are 100% carnivores. So unfortunately, in the early stages of her life, she missed out on quite a bit of nutrition. Hi, pretty lady. Crix! See, she's patiently waiting in her lockout. In the mornings, there are only certain cats in the small cat section that we close lockouts, but Cougars and larger, every single door goes down. But Kricket's pretty patient. However, her neighbor Sheena is on the naughty list, so her lockout goes down in the morning. There's Sheena. Yep, patiently waiting. All right, pretty ladies. Who else are we gonna see on the way? Well, yeah, I saw somebody say Nala. We've got Miss Servie over here as well. Hi, Servie. Hi, pretty lady. Servie's also waiting on breakfast. Hi, pretty girl. Hi. Sweet little Servie. She's sniffing me to see if I brought the food. She's a meds cat, so we always we always get attention from Servie because we're always coming out to hand her a little treat that has meds in it. What a good girl. I know. Marie will be here shortly. Because her medications have to go to her at a certain time, and then her food goes to her at a certain time, so. All right, pretty. Yeah, I'm not really leaving my golf cart today because it's so still dreary and like rainy on and off that I want to protect the camera. So we're just kind of on a little drive-by tour. Let's see. I see Zimba out. Look how pretty and green all the grass. Everybody's been working really hard lately, going in and adding topsoil to all the enclosures. There's Zimba. And adding topsoil and then adding grass seed, and then with all this rain, we're getting lots of grass growing, which is awesome. Zim, you're being so patient. Let me get out of the feeder's way here. Good morning. All right, let's see where Nala is. Hi, her feeding lockout. It's the theme of the morning. Hi. You weren't close enough for me to stay on the cart. Yeah, you give everybody the best hisses, though. Yeah, I know. You're so silly. Look at that cute face. I know. This is Nala. Nala loves to play with her tail and her feet. She gets very excited. Yeah, very hissy. Very hissy girl. You get that tail. So you guys have just joined in. We did a little drive-by with Priya and Jasmine and Chaos. We saw Jinx and Sundari. We heard Armani and Manny. You get it. Look at that tail. She literally always does this when I'm around. Does your tail just get so excited and then you think it's something else? Alright, well that was that. And I'm feeling the raindrops again. Well, let's say hi to Pharaoh real quick. Hi, Pharaoh. Hi, my cute boy. Hi, my cute boy. Hi, sweet boy. I know I didn't bring the food. I gotta see if you brought the food, lady. Oh, hi. Hi, cuteness. So all the Servals that you just saw is actually what Pharaoh is as well, but he has a trait called leucism. Oh, big stretch. Which is created through inbreeding, same way that you can create white tigers. His parents were a little more closely related than anyone would have thought. We stopped breeding here many, many, many years ago once we realized there was no true value for conservation. You can't set anything free that was born in a cage, so everybody here is either living separately or if they live together, they are spayed and neutered. That's very nice. Yeah, melanism can happen in the wild. It's just not very common. And usually the mothers, he's scratching his tree, will abandon or kill off the young that's born that way. Because they have no camouflage and they're usually riddled with health defects. What was that? You marking your tree now? I'm marking my tree. This is his routine with me. He sniffs me for food. I don't have food. He rubs on the wire, telling me, fine, this is my cage. And then he goes and he attacks his tree, and then he'll usually get zoomies after that. But he hasn't had breakfast yet, so zoomies might come after. Nope, Pharaoh's not cross-eyed. That seems to happen a lot with white tigers. I mean, they just riddled with health issues. We've been pretty lucky with Pharaoh, but he did just turn 20, and he unfortunately is showing his age a bit. We've had to install some ramps. You can see that big ramp in the background there, so that he can't climb or jump anymore. And some of his sections have been closed off, so he can't jump off of things. You getting that tree? He scratches the tree and then he pees on the tree. You can see he's got a couple little serval spots. What you doing? Where are you going? Gotta mark all the trees. Gotta mark all those trees. Yes, Pam. Jamie has her own feeding route Monday through Friday. She does feed Pharaoh. We refer to them as Jamie's cats on the feeding route. She feeds Moses and Bailey, Nabisco and Mrs. Claus, Pharaoh, and Manny. Thank you, boy. Oh, my cute boy. Gotta get those chin rubbins. That's where those scent glands are. Nope, I don't want that end. So Ariel, Bobcat's out behind us. If I stay real quiet, you might see her walk by. She is one that hardly anyone gets to see. There she is. See her tail moving. Hi, Ariel. Oh, she just gave me the Bobcat snub. It's Tiger Lily in the very, very far background. Oh, I don't think she's gonna pop back out now that she knows I'm looking at her. She was all over the place behind me while I was looking at Pharaoh, but the moment she realized, there she is again. Believe it or not, Ariel was kept as a pet. And when she arrived here, she was so vicious, we actually kind of thought that maybe she could be rehabbed and released, but unfortunately she couldn't be. Pharaoh's staring over at Nala. All right, let's get back on the cart here. Yeah, there are very few people. I don't even know if Marie can interact with Ariel. There's a few people that can do operant with her, but it has to be you alone. And I'm sure Marie has quickly discovered this. It's really hard to film something while you're doing it yourself. You can use the GoPro and stuff, but even that, you can't always zoom, you can't always get close enough. You see a ton of cage wire, or you have people complaining that it's too bouncy or too kind of makes you sick. So can't always film everything. Hi, Frankie. Just gonna see Frankie. It looks like he's still eating breakfast. Hi, sweet boy. This is Frankie Bobcat. Hi. So I'll apologize. I've really not been reading your comments too closely, so thank you to everybody who's answering those questions for me. When I get back to my desk, I'll comb through the comments and I'll reach out to you with an answer. Looks like he's on a hunt for lizards. Hunt for lizards. Yep, Frankie just celebrated his 1-year rescue anniversary. I think that was Friday. He sure is a cutie pie. You're such a cutie pie. Look at that tail that never stops. Look at that tail that never stops. It's getting very dark out here. It's getting very, very dark out here. And again, we've been live for a while, so if you're just joining, you've missed quite a few cats already, but you can always rewatch these. They post in 3 places. So it'll post automatically on our main Facebook page. We have a show channel that's nothing but Carol's daily updates and my live videos and her live videos. Those all go to facebook.com/wildcatwalkabout. And then thanks to Deb, they also post on dailybigcat.com, which is a YouTube channel, mainly for all of our daily events. We have our main YouTube channel, which is bigcattv.com. And you guys can literally watch Big Cat Rescue like it's a television channel. We just have so many videos. Oh, all right, we're off. But you know who else I see? Hi, Loki. Loki's a little Savannah. I don't know if he'll stay out long enough to get a view. Lokester, where are you going? Hi, are you watching? Hi, cute boy. Little Loki. Oh, it's just getting so dark out here that my phone is very grainy, trying to make it light for you guys. So somebody asked about Nabisco and Apollo, so why don't we pop around the corner here? See about that. He might let me see him from this side. Hi, Lokesters. Can I just show them just real quick how cute you are? Who's the cutest boy? Him's cutest boy. Hi. There's that cute boy. Hi, Loki. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Who's a good boy? Oh, think I heard something loud. I'm out of here. Yep, into my den. All right, everybody. Go play the lottery today. Loki let us see him. Here's Mr. Apollo. Hi, Apollo. Hi, handsome man. Hi, handsome. Did you enjoy breakfast? Did you enjoy breakfast? Not a very good angle. You can see how the cage wall is like curved, so I can't exactly get the camera in a good spot. Let's go see your wild neighbor. I see him out. Yeah, Apollo's been kind of struggling regulating temperature recently. He is, you know, a very old cat. So he's got a fan hooked up to his den now, and he spends all day in there. I spot a biscuit. Ooh. Hi, cute boy. Yeah, Apollo, actually all of these cats except for Nabisco here have been fed. Nabisco and Mrs. are fed by Jamie, but the regular feeding route has already come through. Hi, where are you going now? Probably thinking I'm gonna feed him. Come back over here. Hi, cuteness. Say, look guys, I'm a teenager now. Tall and lanky. Tall and lanky boy. Biscuit. Yeah, sorry Laura, we're actually at the end. We've been live for a while. I've somehow managed to make my way from Priya pretty much all the way around the outer side of the sanctuary, all the way up to Nabisco and Apollo. Yeah. Such a cute boy. Look at that twitch tail. patiently waiting. So again, you guys can rewatch these. They post automatically. Thank you again to everybody who shared this. That's a great way for you to donate to the cats for free. Sharing all of our posts and our videos and our photos. And thank you very much to the 3 people that donated. Oh, Mrs. is out. It's Mrs. Claus. Nabisco's had basically an obsession with feet since the very beginning. I'm the only person that's worked with him regularly for operant conditioning. I was his trainer pretty much from the day I was certified and the day he was allowed to start working on operant. And he has come leaps and bounds to what he used to do. But he used to only stare at the ground. So he would never look up at you. And that's very difficult because you need him to look at you in order to tell what command you're trying to get him to do. So I think where that stems from is when we feed, like this is the feeding lockout, I would drop the food from the top and he would watch the ground to see where it was going to fall and land. But for some reason, and like when it came to operant conditioning, I needed him to look at the treat on the stick. And he never would, and I finally broke him of that habit, and he'll look up at me and he'll look at the stick and he'll look at what command I'm doing, but he still just really loves feet. Hey, Mrs. Oh, wild girl. She's like, oh no, you saw me. Did I see you? Twitch your tail. All right, everybody. Well, thank you guys so much. It worked out. At least I got out here between the rain. So make sure you go check out our YouTube channels, dailybigcat.com and bigcattv.com. You can rewatch this feed at facebook.com/wildcatwalkabout. Thank you again for the donations and all the shares. And when I get back to my desk, I'll reach out in the comments to anything that you guys asked that might have been missed. All right, sweet boy. You have a good day, Biscuit. All right, everybody have a great day.